What's going on, everybody? This is Tori Jones, aka Wet Dirt. Welcome to another installment of 1 to 1,827. This is day 11. Actually, it is kind of bleeding into day 12, but what happened was earlier today, I did a video, and when I did the video, I was in my car and I had my phone connected to the Bluetooth in my car. So when I later on listened to it and I was going to upload it onto the page, I noticed that the audio uh, wasn't, it sounded like somebody was talking through a phone. So I could have put it out, but then I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So here I am sharing a little bit tonight before I go to bed. Um, had a pretty productive day. Uh, got a nice amount of money to take care of some things. Um, so basically, this is day 11. Um, I hope your Sunday went well. I hope your weekend went well. And I hope you guys have a blessed upcoming week. I don't know how some of you guys, a lot of people are Monday through Friday. Some people, like me, are sporadic. I haven't really been on a Monday through Friday schedule since I don't know how long. I know it hasn't been within the last 5 years because since I started my lawn service, you know, there could have been times when I've worked anywhere from 7 days a week to maybe sometimes it was if it's slow, I can go stretches of days and weeks without work. But then, a lot of times when I'm in my busy peak time, for the most part, I can go days without a day off. You know what I'm saying? But the freedom of that is the fact that, usually I pick my own schedule, and those days that, say for instance, I might work 10 days in a row. Well, I'm not getting up every morning early at 10 when I'm doing that type of stuff. Sometimes I'm getting up at 10. Sometimes I get up at 11. I mean, especially in the summer when the sun doesn't go down until 9 or 8 or 9 o'clock. But anyway, that's small talk. I just wanted to reiterate what I had did on the video earlier that I didn't use. Um, One of the first things that I learned when I started going to therapy, and I'm gonna be mentioning this a lot because I'm still going and I'm still a work in progress. And I think, you know, if you have a good therapist, they're not just gonna sit there and listen to you talk. They're gonna ask some input. They're gonna kind of analyze and see how you are as a person. And it's just like a boxer. A boxer will go out in the ring and fight, and when he comes back to the corner, Uh, it's rare that you see a fighter who comes back to his corner and nobody say nothing. In fact, I've only seen that in a couple of fights where, and I'm a big boxing fan. I've been watching. I don't know. I forgot more fights than some people may have even seen. But I noticed I've never seen that when a fighter was in the middle of a fight, he would come back to his corner, and the cornerman, the trainer, wouldn't say anything. That would be weird if you saw. Never gave him instruction. Hey, just use your jab. Move around a little bit more. Whatever the case may be. Whatever the there's always somebody saying something. And if you get matched up, because that's the key, you have to be matched up with the right therapist. And I believe the universe put my therapist in my way. I was searching for a particular type of therapist. I wanted somebody that looked like me, that can identify with things that I have been through, as far as the struggle of dealing with life in America as somebody black. You know what I'm saying? I wanted somebody who kind of had some of these things in common with me. Um, so when I did the initial, I don't know what it's called, the consultation with him, after talking to him, um, I was able to understand within that session that this was the right guy for me. So, you know, getting back to the analogy of a boxer fighting and then coming back to his corner, a real good therapist is sort of like that trainer in the corner. You know, you go out, you live your life and do the things that you do, and then every week or every other week, or some people might do it two or three times a week. But whenever you come back and you kind of lay everything that you've been going through and all your feelings and your thoughts, well, a good therapist can analyze all that and just kind of give you slick pointers here and there that will stick in the back of your head. And the one of the first things that my therapist taught me was, you are more than enough. That has been one of the most uh, repetitious thoughts that have been in the back of my mind ever since he told me that. And the last time I went to go see him, he told me, when you leave here, I want you to do an exercise with me. And this is the main reason why I'm sharing this here tonight. I wasn't going to let this night go by without sharing this for my day 11, because when I did it earlier, I was kind of bummed out that the sound was the way that it was. But he told me, I want you to do this exercise. He said, I want you to go to the mall and I want you to walk around the entire mall. And everyone that you pass, everyone that you might come in contact with, I want you to look at them. And in your mind, I want you to say to yourself, I'm more than enough. So when I did it, I walked around the whole mall, and every time I passed a human being, a person, I would say to myself in the back of my mind, I am more than enough. And as I'm walking in the mall and I'm doing this, I'm noticing that, I have number one, my energy level my vibe is picking up, you know, and then I'm kind of looking at it as, making eye contact with people. Some of the people made eye contact with me, some of them didn't. Those that did, it was a cool thing because, I would say to myself that I'm more than enough, and they would look at me. I would look at what's up. They would say what's up to me, or hi, how you doing? How's your day? Whatever the case may be. But what that taught me and what that is showing me, and I've even done it periodically since then, just in my random life, going to the gas station, going to Quick Trip, going to the grocery store, this, that, and the third. Um, when I'm conscious of it, thinking about it, when I walk by people, I say to myself, I'm more than enough. Um, you have that connection. See, the thing is that regardless of what our race is, the color of our skin, our political backgrounds, our religious backgrounds, what we do as our culture. I'm a hip hop dude. I'm a hip hop nation to the core. I will never not be anything else. That's just me. I love it. I was raised in it. Hip hop is my second wife. Boxing is my first wife. I've been a practicing polygamist for over 40 years now. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I love. This is my life. This is not something that I just do. I breathe this. So, whatever the cultural thing, some people are Muslims. Some people love, I remember, years and years ago, uh, in Oakland, the oh man, I wish I can remember the name of this group, but it was a group that had a large following. Um, man, something about Dead or Grateful Dead, the Grateful Dead. And I can't remember the lead singer, but man, those guys had a following that you would not understand. And when they came through the Bay, you can, wherever they were performing, if they were performing at the Coliseum, or now they call it the Oracle Arena, if they were performing there, they would have just people everywhere in that area, on that whole street around the stadium, the connecting, you would just know that the Grateful Dead are in town. Um, and those types of people that followed them come from a different culture. and the way that they live and how they do things and the type of music they listen to. So, what I'm trying to say is, we are all, even though we come from all these diverse backgrounds and we do all these different things, and we, you know, the way that we love, the way that we talk, the way that we walk, and we find other people of like minds who do the same thing as well. But at the same time, we are all human beings. So I believe that because we're all human beings, we all have a connection. I don't think that as far as just people, skin, bone, we breathe, blood, eat, use the bathroom. I think we're so much deeper than that. I think we're just spiritual beings in this earthly experience, and we all come from one source. So when we can go out and have connections with people, and even if we don't really connect with the person that we may intend on connecting with, if we walking by people and in the back of our mind we're believing and understanding that we are more than enough, I am more than enough. That means I can be happy with your existence and you can be happy with mine. That means I can respect where you from, as long as you respect where I'm from. I can vibe with you, you can vibe with me. What I have is worthy to bring to the table to any conversation. I am enough to where you might not need me per se, but I may have something that can add quality to your life. I may have a different perspective, me just being black and you might be a Japanese woman. We could have a conversation and I could add something to your life that you never thought about, and you can add something to my life as well. That was the Well, I'm not going to go into that part, but what I'm trying to say is we are all connected. And when you walk around and say to yourself that you are more than enough on a regular basis, what it does, it begins to help you train yourself. And your self confidence can be built from this. Your self esteem can be built from this. You start believing that you are not just in this world, you have a connection. You're of this. This is a part of you. So when you see other people, even if you don't know them, there's a connection there. And you deserve to be a part of that connection. That's what I am more than enough means. I deserve to be here. I am okay. I have views. I have feelings. And if you let me and allow me to share them with you, maybe it could be beneficial. Conversations can start, relationships can be built and discovered, and you can find out great things about yourself too. So, you are more than enough. You might not have to go through a mall to do this. If you live on the West Coast and you live by the beach, on a Saturday afternoon, do this when there's a ton of people out there. Just go by, and as you pass people, you just thinking in your mind, I am more than enough. Or if you are going to a concert, you know what I'm saying, and you're enjoying the vibe of whatever music that you're there to enjoy, and you're walking past people, and you're thinking to yourself, I'm more than enough. That's going to raise your vibe. And once you raise your vibe and raise your energy level, then, you can attract good things to you. Whether it could just be a subtle hi from somebody, or a good afternoon, or somebody opens the door for you, or you might find your love. You might just by walking and thinking to yourself and having that confidence in yourself, and someone else can reciprocate that confidence. That could be the person that, hey, you know what, there was something familiar about you. Let me instead of just let me talk to you. Hi, how you doing? Stop for a second. You got 2 seconds to talk? I mean, a conversation is going to be more than 2 seconds, but 2 seconds can show somebody your intentions and whether you're a decent person or not, or whether you can have that connection with people or not. So, not going to take up much more of your time. Um, I haven't put out any new beats this week, but I got some stuff cooking in the oven right now. I've got a batch of them, and I'm gonna put them out at some point this week. I'm definitely gonna put out about 3 or 4 this week. Um, so listen to them. Hope you enjoy them. And if you find any singers or rappers that are interested, you know, give them my information. Um, Hit up my Urat Music Group Facebook page and follow me there, please. Follow me on Instagram at Urat Music Group, please. And also here, hit subscribe. Um, and if you have any encouraging words for me, that would be totally appreciated. And um, I would love to know who you guys are, and I can send encouragement to you. And if you have um, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever your social media is, put it down in the comments or whatnot. My email is uratmusicgroup@gmail.com. So feel free to hit me on the email there to let me know exactly where you guys are as far as social media. And I'll be there to subscribe, follow, whatever the case might be. So, with that being said, I thank you guys for listening. I highly appreciate it. Hope you have a great week. I will see you tomorrow at day 12. Peace.